Hello. So today we've got an iPad that's been pretty beaten up. You can see all that damage. Good thing is we press the home button, we're still getting a nice clear LCD, which is good. But as you can see, it's smashed. The screen is completely gone. Now it looks pretty straight. The corners are pretty good, except for this one here. If we need to sort that out, round it out, but it doesn't look like we do. But we'll get it fixed, we'll get a new screen on there, and it'll be like new again. So we're gonna do a lot of top-down camera action on this one. We're gonna do it start to finish, nice long play, and yeah, let's get it all fixed. Okay, so lots of glass on here. Need to protect our eyes. Not sure we can do about our hands, but we'll be gentle and see if we can get a lot of this glass out before we lift the screen, and then we can try and look after the actual LCD on this. So for this, we're using a lot of heat. A few things that I can show you around. You get a little pry tool, and then we just start taking all this glass out. Now, if the screen isn't broken too much, you can take these off with a suction cup and start lifting it up, but all this glass is going to have to be removed individually. So I might go ahead and start taking it off to a point, or speed the video up. I'm not too sure, because this is going to be very, very, very time consuming. Now that little thing there, I don't know if you can see it, this little thing poking through is an ambient light sensor. So you have to be very careful around here. All that glass. We've got the hoover on this. So get a lot of this glass out of the way. You've got the rear camera there. Right. I'll keep that bit to one side. I can reuse that. Let's see, is that going to come off? We'll try and remove as much glass as we can from around the outside. Now there's that sensor, there will be another one on this side as well, so we'll have to watch out for that. And what's the glass? Now I do sometimes get splinters, but I've done this for quite a few years, and I kind of know how to hold the glass now and how to touch it gently. I still get splinters, glass splinters, but not as many as what I used to. Hold it to the side, and that didn't go too well. So every now and again I'll stop the video, I'll have a hoover up. That'll be really good to see me hoovering and keeping the place tidy. Get all this glass up. Let me try and doing more videos on different stuff as we go. I'll try and do as many as we get jobs in. I'm going to pop into the shop and see us in Culture in Warrington. If you want to send stuff in, I'm going to pop in. I'll get it all sorted for you. Okay, getting into a little bit of a risky zone here because the home button has a cable that comes out. It's got a little chip here, a cable that runs all the way along and then goes into and around underneath the actual LCD and then plugs into the main board. So we don't want to disrupt or hurt, damage that cable whatsoever. And try and keep it all good, all working as well as we can. And it's just good how we've got a nice clear bit here that's not actually shattered like the rest of it. You should be able to get it up quite well. Heat works really well at melting the glue. Hold it together. Okay, so a bit of a delicate area now. If we lift this too fast, then these cracks might stretch the ribbon or even sever it. So we're gonna have to try and do this all in one go. The good thing is, it's already starting to come away. So a little bit of heat, a little bit more heat, should be able to get it lifting pretty well. Should all just come away quite easily. There we go, way up. There it is. Look at this. Okay, and the final lift, we'll put plenty of heat down here. There it is. Okay, so looking pretty good. Alright, so there's the screen lifted. Okay, so there's the screen lifted. We've got a few little bits of glass. I'll try and protect this LCD as much as we can. Just hovering the Hoover over there, not actually touching. I'll keep this thing as tidy as possible. Now then, holding the LCD in, we've actually got, holding the LCD in, we've actually got 4 screws around it, and what we're going to do is, it's also got some black glue in each corner, so we have to be really careful prying it up. We don't pry it up too quickly. And it's a good idea to keep an eye on where all these screws go, as 3 are the same size and 1 is a little bit different from these. I do like to try and keep your fingers away from the LCD as much as possible, so don't get any fingerprints on there, and let the tools do the work. So if my hands get in the way, okay, so what I like to do, which has worked for me in the past, is just kind of pry up on these corners, or even try and clear a bit of glue out, which has always worked pretty well.
Yeah, I'll show my ignorance now. I've got a very old phone,
Which works.
Samsung J3. Okay. So amongst other things, yeah, I've got a message about 3G being turned on. Oh right, okay. So it's on 3G. You know, in any event, it's creaking, it loses charge, it takes a while to charge up. So I knew I was going to have to be buying a new phone anyway. Yeah. Now, obviously, the O2 message said that it's on pay as you go as well. I've never turned on to the contract. I've been offered a new phone, or someone else's phone. Yeah. Can the SIM card be transferred into that, and will it work?
There you go, there's 2 corners up, and these ones, because you've kind of got it lifted, only need really a little bit of twisting in that corner and they come out. At this point, we've got it all pretty much ready to take apart in bits. So I'll turn it on and I'll see if the screen's still clear, if the home button still works, we'll not damage that, and then we'll proceed, get that taken off, onto a new screen. We'll set up the new screen, clean up the border, get it all clamped together. LCD's looking really good, and just press that home button. Home button's still working, that's really good. And okay, so good to continue. Let's switch off. Digitizer's still working. Interesting. Okay, so again, it's not going to be great video footage because I need to prop this up and get a screwdriver underneath. No, can't really see. Okay, so to kind of get to this, you have to not lift it directly up, but push the bottom in and lift the top up, just so we can get a screwdriver to those screws. Sometimes you can get them around the outside like this. But again, it's not going to be great. I'm going to have to get my arm in the way. Lift that up. Screwdriver in there. Keep good. Oh, also it's good to take the battery screw out, and we'll isolate the battery just so we don't send the surge or touch the ground with any pins, and it's all safe. Sorry, got people in the shop. There's going to be people coming in and out, so we're going to have to get used to it. Go over there. It's okay. We'll just pop that off. That just comes one way. We will put it there. Keep that safe. For that. And got these little plastic slips, which will just slide underneath the battery there, just to isolate that battery. And then we know it's safe to work on. We can take a few things off, and that is good to go. Okay, so battery's isolated. We can start taking more things off the actual motherboard. The home button is on a ribbon that comes down here. We've got a little tab that the LCD sits on. There's a ribbon, put that there for safekeeping. Pop the little catch up there. And so, now there is a little, this is stuck down here, more glass. So what we'll do, we'll use, let's see if this peels up. Oh, it's peeled up alright. Usually, anything that's stuck down, we'll use a little bit of heat to lift it up. It's okay, pop them, and then that is free. Just stuck down a little bit again. Good to come away. Okay, we'll work on the screen first, because what we need to do is we need to get this off. So we'll heat all this up, peel it off gently, and then lift these up, get them off. Now when I pull it, I'm pulling very, very gently, not to rip it. Let the heat do the work. So if you overheat it, this can actually come off and desolder, and the cap will come off there. So you've got to be really, really, it's a balance. get to here in case that has got too hot. I'll just slide my pry tool underneath, which is good. Keep going with that. Looking good. It's coming up pretty well. Again, you want to just unstick this tab here off the bracket, and that should be all good. And there's the bracket. Again, we'll clean all that up. We stick it onto the other one. There's more glue holding the home button in, so we'll heat that up on the other side. And we'll slide that in there. And there's the home button. We have now got our new screen. I have put a little bit of tape on here because quite often I do forget to actually take off the protective film that's actually on the inside. So this kind of reminds me as I'm closing it up to take the film off. Now there's a few things we need to do on here to get it set up. We need to warm these flexes up, put some sticky tape on that side, roll them over so they're ready to go. We need to put the home button back on as well. So let's get cracking on that. I'm just going to run a little bit of tape down here for the home button to adhere to. Okay, and then just offer this up there. Just make sure that's in there. You don't really want to stretch the cable or anything, so kind of just work with it. Let it lie still. Okay. Alrighty, so that's there. Now for the little bracket, what we'll do, just heat this up. Kind of old glue off there. Nice. Alright, so that's ready. See that? Now I'm just going to cut a bit of the film away around the home button on the other side, just so that I can have a click and make sure it seats right and the clicks right as well. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to glue this piece because you do get some heavy usage. Make sure that's in place. And see what it's like for the depth. Back of there, make sure it sits down alright, and then click it. Feel, yeah, that seems alright. We'll go ahead with that. Once this is stuck, it's stuck. It won't come away. A couple of little blobs on either end. around for a little bit. Test that home button, it feels good. All in place. It feels good. Stuck to my finger. Right, so that is the screen set up, ready to go on. We'll let that set for a little bit. And we'll clean up this frame, because that screen is never going to sit. And we've got little bits of glass and stuff in the glue. So we'll get all this cleaned up and all nice smooth finish. We'll take a knife and we'll start peeling all this gunk off. And taking away any sort of shards of glass, any sort of dirt and debris that might not let the screen stick flat to the frame. So you just got to be careful around the ambient light sensors. Already as this starts to build up, you can see all the glass that was in there. Quite possibly I might have to look at this corner, because I don't think you see that on the camera, but these actually didn't. There's a little dark spot there. So the glass might need to sit. So when it comes to sticking it back down, I actually use liquid adhesive. I find through usage these iPads actually warp a little bit, and when you use a double-sided tape, as Apple do here, you get a little bit of tapping. You get like a second tap on the screen, because they never really sit flush, the second screens. But the adhesive, the liquid adhesive, kind of will fill in the missing gaps, and you do find that they sit down better, and also it creates a good strong bond and a seal. That little splash can't get through, so that's always good. Just take out the battery for now, because we're not working on a motherboard. Just give you that space to get around.
Just be careful of that. Good.
Nearly there. Good. So let's put this back in and start reattaching everything. And think in this corner. Just gonna get my file. Let's see if we can just file it out a little bit. Yeah, that's doing pretty well. Sit down there better. Okay, so time to start rebuilding it. And put the screen, half of these up to the and way to go. Press firmly down. They go in there. They're nicely in. The rest of it's there. And goes on there, clip down. That's down the hinge, go back. Put that little LCD seat back in place. Good job. Stick that back in place. That's all stuck down. Don't miss anything. Do a good job. And time to get the LCD on. Okay, sit that in there just before the stopper. And obviously this isn't going to be great for the video. We'll snip that on. There. And what we'll do, okay, so I've released the battery. I know this isn't great. I wonder if we can do a better camera angle. So right, can we see? You can see pretty well, except for my hands in the way. So the battery connector's back in. And all I want to do before I put all the screws and do a full finish is just test this. So try and turn it on. That's a good sign. We're rocking and rolling. Not too much on the screen's nice and clear. Looks good. So a quick test on the home button. Looks good, still working, clicks well. And yep, looks like we're working there.
Yeah, thank you. No screws.
Okay, so that's looking good. We can put the screws in, finish it off.
Saw it flashing. Has it been dropped? No. Yeah, it's just on now. Doesn't matter if you open more than that. Right. And it's not. It's just you that uses it. Yeah. It'll be 50 or something. It's got cheap power with there. Yeah. Well, no, it was literally, it was working fine last night when we got like this being so good. Yeah. We closed it over. The wife wants to do her work on it today. Open it up. And
Alright, all's looking good still. Fasten these, just give them a bit of a dab into the corners first, get them sitting down right. And
I mean, if it's here, at least we can get round to it. It might just be that we, you know, we get the exhaust from through on ambient. So it's got I don't know if you can see when it's quite big. It's got a crack here as well. So sometimes these engines are really, really sensitive, and if something has, it might even just be the case it's got trapped somewhere.
Yeah. Was that cable? Was that big cable?
Yeah, I don't know quite. It might be cable. So it could be that the cable's torn. Can't quite see what it is. But you can see this side there.
Yeah.
okay, so getting close to the time, we're going to seal this up. Now,
We'll take a good look at it.
take this film off this side.
If you can see, we've got plenty of USB-C for all that. Have you brought us
There we go.
Yeah.
what's the surname?
Just a bit of a brush, try and get.
What's the first name?
This is really good. This brush. This is a really soft makeup brush. Obviously never been used for makeup, but it's dead soft. And just gets all those little specks of dust off, so we don't trap any inside. Alright, leave that over the back. So time to close it up. Now, I have to put this in, guide those ribbons back so they don't get trapped on the display.
Alright, we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Use it slowly, make sure it's in place, keep looking, and then what I like to do is get some clamps on it. Oops. Some clamps on there. Good. And try and hang the clamps up where you think the actual frame is, so it's not actually sitting on the glass to bend the glass or anything, just around the frame. And then once you've got the points, just a couple more. These are a bit lighter, the frame's a little bit thinner. Alright, so that's pretty much good. We'll let that set for a bit and then we'll peel the film off and we'll have a look. It's all gone down into the frame really well. We'll clean this glue off and we'll give it another test. It should be right. Let's see if we can give it a quick test now. So start with the home button. Great. And what we'll do is we'll stop the video. I'll try and open notes and then we'll draw some lines to make sure it's all working. Okay, so I like to use notes. The good thing about this is if there is any dead spots like that one there, is that What's going on there? That's the top of the screen, so it's all right. Yeah, that looks all good. That's all one continuous line. Great, like this set now. Alrighty, so this has had overnight to set, and that is a good job from what it was. That is a good job. Working really well. And if you have a look, the screen's got in nice and flat, it's not overlipping the metal frame, and even where that corner was a bit dinged, it's sitting in really nicely. So nice and flat. So good job. So if you need any work done, pop into Digibobs or send stuff in, that's fine, we'll get it all done. And I'll see you on the next video. Check you later.